The Brian Gould Show features content from the internet and current events throughout the world. All photos, videos, names, and other content is for entertainment purposes only. Please don't fall asleep. It's rude.
Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of the Brian Gould Show. I'm your host, Brian Gould. This is episode number 35. Flying solo today. Joe is missing in action. Actually, he is busy delivering boxes. So, as Joe would say, hey. Okay, I hacked that up. But, opened up with that picture, and what's the big deal about that picture? Let me put it back on the screen for you. Take a look. Nice little happy Asian woman in a kayak. Well, this artist was found not guilty of obscenity Monday for displaying figurines modeled on her vagina, but received a fine for distributing digital data that could be used to make realistic three-dimensional recreations of her vagina. That kayak that she's in, that top, is a 3D image of her vagina. She is paddling in a lake somewhere in Tokyo. That is crazy. A court dismissed the charges. Her artist's name, and I'm gonna hack this up, Roko Denasiko, whatever, means good for nothing girl. Her figurines that she decorates have fake fur and glitter and has been considered pop art by a judge. She ended up with a pretty decent fine of 400,000 yen or $3,700. She was pretty happy that the courts at least acknowledged her figurines as art, but stressed she was completely innocent. And I, of course, find this funny, but who makes 3D printed scans of their genitalia? This woman does. She used it to make a boat, nonetheless. And a bunch of people donated money to help fund her project on top of it. So either they were really seeing the artistic angle on this, or they just found it as entertaining as I did. She got arrested for this, and rightfully so. I mean, come on. You can't do this. In this day and age, some things you let slide, but you don't paddle up and down a lake in a kayak in the shape of your genitalia. So there's my opening funny picture for this episode. I'm staring at this and just looking at her face like she is just so gung-ho about it. And actually, I'm going to put up, if you wait a second here, there's her other face right there. And that's her coming out of court right after that. And she's just super happy. And I think that face is like permanently stuck on her head. But anyways, I did get a chance to watch the new Captain America movie approximately a week before it came out. Thank you to my buddy at Marvel that sent me the link. I got to watch it online. And Cap versus Iron Man. I'm definitely Team Iron Man, and after watching that movie, I'm even more so Team Iron Man. No spoilers here. I won't ruin it for you. I will go based on the previews and information that you've seen on TV or YouTube or anywhere else that you've watched previews for this. But I will say, Cap, you're a dirtbag. I am very pro Iron Man in this movie. The previews that you got to see, that I will say certain heroes are on the right team. What you saw in the previews, that's not misleading. One or two might be a ping pong ball effect where they aren't sure which side that they should be on, so they bounce around a minute. I won't ruin any deaths or anything for you like I did in the Superman versus Batman. This movie here, Captain America, definitely eclipses Superman versus Batman. Superman versus Batman was good. Captain America Civil War is great. I think the introduction of Spider-Man was cool. It's the Amazing Spider-Man, so he's got the web shooter devices on his wrist. I'm not a big fan of that. I like the original Spider-Man that had it coming out of his wrist because of the mutation from the bite from the spider. But anyways, the movie itself, really, really good. I will go to theaters to watch it in person and get the full sound and visual effects on the big screen. I'm actually looking pretty forward to doing it that way. But very good movie, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Marvel's done an excellent job with these movies. Always been a big comic book hero fan. Growing up, Hulk and Wolverine, and my later years now, definitely Captain America. That's my boy. So check it out if you haven't seen it. Cheap plug for Marvel and Disney. Sticking with entertainment, Black China. She has trademarked her soon-to-be legal name, Angela Renee Kardashian. Now, Blac Chyna reports that she's doing the legal documentation paperwork, laying claim to her Kardashian name, which she'll use to market personal appearances, conducting parties, entertainment services, yada yada yada. That's to block the rest of the Kardashian girls to make money off of her, because she legally will be a Kardashian. There's been a feud there for a while, and is it smart business-wise? Absolutely. The Kardashians make a crap load of money, and nobody knows who they really were until they had their TV series. There's been a lot of heat with Blac Chyna and Rob coming together, and the Kardashian girls just hate Blac Chyna, and she's almost provoking the bear known as the Kardashian family by doing this, just poking. But in a business standpoint, I think it's a really good idea. She blocks them from saying, well, you're using our name and we're making money off of you being part of this whole drama, whatever it is that they've got going on. So good for you, Blac Chyna. Maybe you should actually trademark that name and make it Blac Chyna Kardashian. I think that would be a little bit better. Or do both, who knows, who cares. KFC is finger licking good, and now they are definitely taking that to a whole new level. They have announced that they will be releasing fingernail polish that's edible in Hong Kong, specifically the China market. Original and hot and spicy are the two flavors that have been announced right now. There's speculation of a third coming out. You apply it several coats on your fingers, and you're able to eat it. It's edible. It has a 5 to 7 day shelf life before it expires, and for those of you that bite your nails, it's a disgusting habit already, and now you even have more of a reason to bite your nails. The original comes in red, hot and spicy comes in like this burnt orange look. Guys, for those of you that do bite your nails, you could apply 1 or 2 coats. It'll be relatively clear, because like I said, you need to apply several coats for it to show up the color it needs to. But if you bite your nails, this is another reason to get away with it. I got a couple buddies that have that as a habit. I don't do that. I like my nail clippers. I like my nails short, and I take the 1 minute every other week that it takes to cut your nails with nail clippers, as opposed to biting my nails. And China, have fun with this. The Chinese market as a whole for KFC is their biggest one. They're going up annually anywhere from 8 to 12% each quarter. The Chinese market loves them KFC brands. China actually had an issue with KFC when they first appeared in their country. I've talked about this in other episodes, where the Chinese not being familiar with drive-through restaurants, let alone fast food, they would pull through the drive-through, order their food, park in the parking lot, and then go inside, sit down, and eat it. Some cases that might make sense if the line's shorter in the drive-through versus inside, and they've really evolved the whole chicken market as a whole in their country. I mean, chicken's just the thing to eat in China, and KFC is definitely banking on this. I'm surprised other fast food restaurants haven't stepped up to the plate and tried to take advantage or at least compete with this, but they've only been in the Chinese market for like 20-25 years, not very long, but they are rocking out over there. KFC actually tried that edible coffee cup a while back. For those of you that didn't try it, it came in a paper cup that was filled or lined with like pancake dough or batter, I guess. And then once that solidified, they put the coffee inside of that. You drank your coffee, you peeled the paper away, you ate the remaining part, which would be your edible cup, and that didn't do so hot. So, edible fingernail polish. Yum, finger licking good. Good luck with that. And I really like this one. There is a convenience store in Kentucky that is no longer accepting BOOB or sock money because of temperatures for this time of year. They actually have a sign that says, due to the increase in temperatures, BOOB and sock money will no longer be accepted. Now, for those of you that wear a bra, I guess I can't even technically say women anymore because of this whole which bathroom should you use garbage, the neutral one, the one on the left, or the one on the right. Hate that, by the way. If you're stuffing cash in your bra and you pull it out and it's soggy, don't hand it to the clerk behind the counter. That's just gross. Seriously, it's just gross. And if you've got it in your sock, I know that's actually an old 70s, 80s, going into early 90s big hiding spot for your cash for when you travel. I didn't know people still do that now, but obviously they do. And maybe, well, you know what, it is Kentucky. They're still trapped 20 years behind in time, so I don't think they realize people don't do that anymore, so sorry. But you don't take cash out of socks and bras and hand it to people. That's gross. There's wallets for that, there's pockets for that, and even sometimes your pocket gets a little sweaty. And if you already know your cash is sweaty, I mean, if I have my cash in my front pocket and I know it's kind of soggy and sweaty, I'll take it out and put it in a different pocket to kind of hope that it dries out a little bit before I hand it to whoever I need to hand it to. And I don't carry a lot of cash on me, hardly at all anyways, but when I do and I know it's soggy, if it's not dry enough to where it's respectful enough to hand it to somebody, I'll use my card. And I've seen some pretty weird things stuffed in bras, anywhere from cash to cigarettes to lighters to IDs to cell phones. The cell phone, I mean, just keep that in mind. You're perspiring, you're sweating, and you're getting your phone all wet, and you're sticking that to your face, or better yet, you're tapping on it with your fingers, so now you got boob sweat all over your fingers, and you're touching other people's stuff and drinks and food and everything else. It's just a nasty circulation of bacteria that you just shouldn't be circulating to the general public. So good luck, convenience store in Kentucky. I actually saw that same sign here in Florida. It was Bradenton Walmart, actually, a little over a year ago. It was worded a little bit different, but more or less said, hey, don't give us your sweaty, soggy cash. We don't want it. Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. A super fight that looks and sounds excellent, but if you actually start piecing it together, it will never work. McGregor has teased the fight, and So has Mayweather, but he took it more of a joke. McGregor's down. McGregor's all about fighting and making money, and kudos for that. But McGregor, you need to put on a filter and fix your things that you have problems and issues with Dana White right now, so that we can get you back on a UFC card sometime before 2016 is over with. I do foresee that happening, but McGregor's got to take the first step and fix this. Mayweather's teased about coming out of retirement for $100 million. He'd fight this guy or that guy. I would like to see him take on Pacquiao again and prove the world that he was right, that he is the better fighter than Pac. I've always thought that, and I've got some people that strongly disagree with that, but end of the day, guy's undefeated. He retired undefeated, and he's the best fighter pound for pound on the planet. McGregor, as you know, his last fight against Nate Diaz, he got tapped out, and pound for pound, he was the best fighter in the UFC, and now he's got that blemish on his record. He does need to go back and fight Diaz again and fix that. And if he does beat Diaz, then obviously you need a third. You need the rubber match to the end all be all. Mayweather versus McGregor sounds and looks phenomenal. Why it won't work? It's not a money problem. It's not a venue problem. It's not a promoter problem. All that can get pieced together, and everyone can walk away with a nice payday. Why it won't work is if you put Mayweather in the octagon and tell him you're fighting MMA style against McGregor, McGregor's going to win. If you tell McGregor you're getting into a boxing ring to box Mayweather, Mayweather's going to win. So if you set up a boxing match, you already have your winner. If you set up a MMA match, you already have your winner. That's why this is not going to work. Those are the two reasons. A, if it's a boxing match, or B, it's an MMA fight. So a super fight like that, again, looks and sounds great, but it's just not going to happen. It's like saying LeBron James and Michael Phelps, the swimmer, U.S. Olympic gold medalist. Two awesome athletes, but if you stick the one in the other one's world, it's just a no-brainer who's going to win. So it's a super fight I would love to see. I mean, of the two styles, I think McGregor's not much of a boxer, though. If it went boxing, you just can't do it. You can't even really speculate it. Mayweather would just destroy McGregor. And McGregor, if he got a chance to take Mayweather down to the ground and pound him, he's going to destroy him. So you two guys, Mayweather and McGregor, need to focus on your respective sports. Phenomenal athletes. I have nothing but respect for both. But this is a super fight that won't happen. And if it were to happen, it could happen as early as next year. Could you imagine Mayweather versus McGregor, and you've got Donald Trump as your president? Ha! Food for thought there, huh? Well, on that note, guys, thank you for listening. Check out my website, briangouldshow.com. Got a lot of great stuff in the store over there. There's a little shopping cart button on the far right when you first go to the main page. Also, latest news right underneath that, right in the center of the page under the latest news area, there is Celebrity Death Pool coming soon. You will be able to piece together up to 20, might be 15, I got to talk to my guy, 15 to 20 people, and you get points. It'll all be explained there on the website, but a Celebrity Death Pool, win some cash, and really cool, fun game to play. It's morbid as it sounds, but it's true. You guys have been piling in on that website, and I have been doing a very crappy job keeping it updated, but I am focused to keeping it as updated as humanly possible in addition to everything else I got going on. For those of you that do know, my life away from here is extremely busy. Dad duty consumes a lot of my time along with a few other extracurricular activities, but I do want to give a quick plug to Florida Pro Wrestling, my wrestling company. We are teaming up with the American Cancer Society once again to do Fighting for a Cure 3. If you are not able to attend that event in August, you can donate. You can find the Florida Pro Wrestling logo on my website. Click there, and there's a link where you can donate for the cause. We're trying to raise money for cancer and for cancer research. All proceeds go right to the American Cancer Society. Just trying to get the word out there. If you know of any local businesses in the greater Tampa Bay area that would be interested in donating or sponsoring the event, we are looking for more people. We're looking for people to donate their time to help with various parts of the event. Got a lot going on. Going to have WWE Hall of Famer Road Warrior Animal at the event doing photo ops. Trying to tweak on a few other celebrities' ears to help out, and I can't name drop exactly who because I don't want to say and then it not come through and then I look like a big meathead for speculating it. But please take a moment, go to my website, briangouldshow.com, not the Brian Gould Show, briangouldshow.com. Click on the Florida Pro Wrestling logo. It's on the right hand side. You'll see it there along with the American Cancer Society logo. Hit that up, get tickets to the event, and if you can't go, there is a donation option there. I had one person donate $20, which was really, really cool. It's going right to the American Cancer Society. There's different ticket packages, general admission, front row, meet and greet with Road Warrior Animal, or you can just flat out donate, or heck, do it all. Get tickets, meet Animal, and do a big hefty donation, or even if it's $5, $2, whatever. Just help us out and help us body slam cancer. Thank you guys for listening in. I will catch you guys next week.